Hey guys, it's Andrea here from Crafter Support. Welcome. If you're new here, we'd love to have you join our channel. Just click the subscribe button down below. If you're coming back, thanks for coming back, guys. So today I have a really fun craft for you that I wanted to make. This is actually a gift for a friend's birthday that's coming up, and she loves coffee, so I made this for her. And as I was making it, I was like, oh, this would be a great project to make using our Mermaid Dreams paper from Hobby Lobby. So I wanted to go ahead and just jump on. Now this is kind of a step-by-step project. It does take a little bit longer. Obviously there's two parts to it, and I use my Cricut to make this, but you can also do it without a Cricut. And I'm going to show you both ways just to make it a little bit easier. I'm not sure if it's all going to be in one video, but I'll post the videos back to back if I decide to separate it and do one section with just the Cricut and one set without the Cricut. But I may just kind of do both. We'll see. Whatever's easiest that I feel you guys will understand more. So I want to just jump in and get started. This is just basically a little cup holder where you stick your cup down inside of it. These cups can be ordered off of Amazon. They're just like 4-ounce cups. They're paper, but you can drink out of them if you wanted to. I mean, I don't see why you couldn't. But we're not going to be drinking out of these. These we're going to put, you could put a lot of different things in them. Snacks, candies, gift cards, K-cups. But you'll see on this one, if you're giving a gift card, I put a little gift card pouch in the back so you could just slide a gift card in. But yeah, so I thought this was really cute. You could add stamping to it like I did here, but let's just jump into the project. So the first thing you're going to need is a template, okay? And templates for me are difficult. I find it easier if I create my own just outside of Design Space, outside of having something to look off of, if I just create my own. But I found it really, really hard to try and match making a template for this by myself. So I had to sacrifice a cup. So what that means is all these cups are going to be made differently. So some of them will be shorter but thicker. Some might be taller and skinnier. So the best thing I can tell you to do is to make your own template. So here's how I made mine. I just poked a hole in the bottom of the cup, and I'm just going to cut up like little pizza slices to the edge. It does help to have a really nice pair of sharp scissors. If you have the Cricut, I think it's the Exact knife or the Cricut precision blade cutter, that would work too. And all you do is you cut up these little pizza cuts like that, and you can fold them in. So I just folded mine in, that way they weren't in the way as I was cutting. The next thing you're going to want to do is find your seam right here, and you're going to want to cut straight up your seam. So then we're just going to cut straight up the seam. And then you're going to cut through the top piece. So now you have something that looks like this. The next thing you need to do is cut this top rim off as close, like if you bump your scissors up against it and just keep your scissors pressed forward against it, like you're pressing this way against it if you're right-handed, and then you're just going to cut it off completely. And once you do that, you're going to have your template. All right. So you'll notice with the template, it likes to curl. It wants to like kind of go back into its original shape because we haven't like manipulated the material. So the easiest way for me to decide how I did it was I just took a piece of scrap paper and I laid it down. And actually, you know what? I'll just go ahead and do it with you guys so you can see exactly what I did. So let me find a piece of scrap paper that I doubt I'm going to be using anytime soon. Let me see. Okay, here's a piece that I'm not going to be using. And I just laid it down. We don't want to waste paper, and I'm going to trace it. So I'm just going to trace all around it, make sure it's flat, pressing down. Because these curves are what get me. Like, if it was something basic that I could just like put a dot here, and connect the lines, but it's not that simple, you know? I don't know, maybe somebody that's really good with math could figure that out. I couldn't. So okay. All right. So now we have, I forget where we were. Sorry guys, my throat got really dry there. So yeah, if I had my skin and cut out, I would have just used that to cut the stencil out. But right now it's like kind of put away and I'm redoing my craft room. So cutting that with scissors is perfectly fine. If you want, you could use an X-Acto knife. As long as you have a self-healing board underneath, cut it around and down. But like I said, I leave a little bit extra on either side, and that just helps with the wraparound. So now you have your template. I would suggest that you write somewhere on it, bold black marker, like template, keep, save, the size of your cup that you're using, maybe what brand it is. Put all that on the back of this, or even make a sticker and put it on, just so you have all of that information for when you tuck this away and maybe bring it back out. Because I will be bringing these out and making them for Halloween, for Christmas. I love these. I think they are so stinking cute, and not just for coffee lovers, but for all different things that I have in mind. But yeah, definitely keep your template. I've had to cut up now, I think 3 cups, one to demonstrate to you guys, one to make this one, and the first one I messed up. So I've had to cut up 3 of them, but it's all right. You can keep this as well and maybe put template on it if you're fine with having to keep it laid down and trace it. You wouldn't even need to make the second template. That's completely up to you. So now that we have our template, I'm going to show you how easily it'll wrap around your mug. So you just take it. I keep the seam in the back. So I try to line it up with the seam and I wrap it around. Now what you're going to see is that it may be a little long at the bottom. You can trim that off. So you absolutely can trim that off when you're done. I don't mind having that little bit of extra until I finish sealing this on, okay? But for now, we're going to jump to part 2. So we have our template, and now we just have to decide what paper we're going to use. So you guys know that I'm using the Mermaid Dreams paper. Okay, so we want to make sure that if your paper is designed, you want to make sure that the design is at the top so it's going the right way. And then when you flip your paper over, you need to make sure that your template has the top of the design going the right way. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. So I'm going to line it up to try to save as much paper as possible because, guys, I know I can make a ton of stuff with this little paper pack that I paid $3 and some change for. Originally $5.99. You can get these at Hobby Lobby. You're probably all like, we know this, you told us. But for somebody who's jumping on who hasn't seen the other videos yet and maybe have are wondering where I got the paper or, you know, you just never know. So I want everybody to be able to craft. And I think that crafting is a good way of stress relief. I think it's a good way to have your creative abilities to show. I don't know. I think crafting is so fun. Okay. So now it's ready to cut. So now that we have our template and we know that this is our top, we're going to go ahead and cut these out. And guys, you can get, there's another company that I used to use years ago when I crafted, and it was called Echo Park, I think, or Eco Park or something like that. No, I think it was Echo Park. And guys, I'm just going to do a chompy cut straight across just to make this a little bit easier. It was called Echo Park, and I know you can find those at Tuesday Morning. You can find them online through Amazon. I think the scrapbook.com sells them. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's where I've seen them. You want orange juice? But for sure, there's all different companies out there that sell nice paper packs at a really decent price. So we're going to just cut. I'm sorry, guys. Since I had COVID, like randomly, I will get this like crazy dry spot in my throat and I just can't clear it. Like it just won't go away. But I want to get this video up for you guys. So, and it takes a while to make, so I'm doing it in steps. So I'm just kind of like, sorry, I apologize. I keep clearing my throat. All right, so we're going to cut our template. Or this is not our template. I'm sorry, guys. All right, so we have cut out what we're using, making sure that the design goes up. Look how pretty that is. Oh my gosh, this is going to be such a cute mug. So what I decide to do is when I'm doing mine, I like to put the seams together. So I'm going to overlap a tiny bit. I'm going to turn the cup upside down and I'm just going to overlap the seams a little bit. I'm just going to tap it down, kind of pull it tight, make sure it's in place, know that it's fitting, like know that it's going to fit. Look how pretty that is already. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so we're going to do that. And then I'm going to adhere it. So my best advice, this is just my advice, is use both. So use both double-sided tape and glue. Okay, that's my advice. What I'm going to show you is I moved my double-sided tape and I don't know where it is right now. And I know I have like loads of it. I just put it somewhere. So I'm just going to glue it on. You can use double-sided sticky tape, whatever you have on hand, use that. Don't worry about using exactly what I have. Use what you have. If you could even use Elmer's glue, it just might take a little bit of time for it to set up, like for the glue to dry. So take that into account when you're making it. All right, so I'm going to put some glue right here. I'm just going to put some glue down the sides, okay? Just like that. And then I'm going to start layering my paper. So I want the edges to go against the tip of the mug. And then I'm just going to press down. And this glue, like this particular glue, that you can get this at Michael's, it does dry pretty fast. Like, I mean, within seconds, I would say. So you might want to use something more forgiving the first one you make, just to kind of see how long, how quickly you have to work with the glue. But it's pretty much, it's stuck on there. Like it's not coming off now. So I'm just going to rub it down the sides. And then I'm going to go ahead and trim off the end. Now, these scissors I purchased through, they are the Stampin' Up! Paper snips. They're amazing, okay? But they're like $10. You don't have to spend $10 on a pair of scissors. Get yourself a good sharp pair. I mean, the dollar store has them. The Dollar Tree has scissors. But if you only use them for paper, they should last and stay sharp for a very long time. Not that I'm knocking spending extra money on scissors, but you don't have to do that. You don't have to spend $10 on a pair of scissors. Just keep them separate from all of your other cuts. Like don't cut ribbon with them, don't cut thread with them, don't cut anything but paper with them, and they'll last a long time and they'll stay sharp. So what I do is I go in and I just snip the area where I want to start, and then I'll snip another, like a little V out of it, like that. And then I can go in with my scissors and get a better cut. So I'm just going to trim around the bottom. And all I'm doing is using the base of the cup as my guide. And I'm just going around the edges, kind of at an angle almost. And that seems to work really well. Okay, so now we have that. Take a check, like, take a little look at it. See here where I can put some more glue. But like I said, use the adhesive that you have. So I'm going to put some glue back right down here because it's the base of it. And I'm just going to wipe it down. Because this glue is like, if I haven't told you guys before, this is a permanent plus a temporary glue. So if you let it dry without wiping it off, it has like a tacky, like it's very tacky. So we don't want that all over us. So now the base, you could leave it like this. Like you could give this as a gift with it like that, put the little lid on, and that would be super cute. But of course we have to go bigger. We got to make it nicer, prettier, cuter, use what we have and dress it up. So super cute. And I think I want to use, we could put some gems on it too. That might be cute. But I have these little pieces of ephemera. You could put a little like seahorse on here. Let me see, that might be too big. Are they both the same size? Yeah. All right. We could do, a little sand dollar. I called that the right thing, right? Or do they go up like this? You could do a sand dollar on here. We could make a belly wrap, which I have one of those. And the way to make a belly wrap template, I can show you how to do that quickly too. Like I said, this is a step process video. This isn't one that's going to be fast and quick and go up pretty easily. This is going to take a little while because it's all different. So since I already have this template, I'm not going to cut this one up, but I will cut this one up. So in order to make a template to go as a belly band, like this piece here, I used a different piece of paper to wrap it. I really had to work with the original template. And I'm just going to be honest, all I did was, let me find it. I just took my scissors and I made like my own like natural curve to the paper. And I didn't know if it would work, but it kind of did. So we're going with it, right? And then I'm going to cut up here again. So now I'm going to just go with that too. Okay. Apparently I cut the wrong piece. So now we're just going to do this one. I cut way wrong. So now we have this belly band and it goes across here. And again, I'll just line up the backs and it'll go right there. So it'll just attach on like that. You can make it so it's temporary, so it slides on and off, but I don't mind mine being permanently on. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue mine on. And I'm going to go down the center. There we go. And now you have it. I'm going to try not to get glue on me. So I'm going to glue it right here, wrap it around the cup. Well, that's a little high. I didn't want it that high. There we go. And then it comes to the back and matches. So now we have this like little breakup of the pattern here, which I really like. And now we just have to decide what we're going to put on it. I kind of like the little silver or the sand dollar. I think that looks cute. I think I'm going to do that. But what I want to use for that, or do I want the green one? Is there another one? Hold on. Hold on. Do I want a starfish? Oh, I think I want the starfish, guys. But which one do I want? There's a couple in here. I don't think I want that one. I think there's one more starfish, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I'm remembering incorrectly. I mean, that's pretty big. I mean, depending on what you're putting in this, I mean, you could, but I think we're going to go with this starfish because I think it looks really cute. But I'm going to add a dimensional to it. So we talked about these dimensionals yesterday or in our last video. So I'm just going to put a dimensional right in the center. And I'm going to place it. Let me find the back. So I like to try to go directly in the center. And then just press. So it's kind of like bumped up. I think it looks super cute. I will like manipulate the legs and stuff back a little bit, but so cute. I love it. So this is the look I was going for. If you don't have this pack and you have a Cricut or you have stickers or something, you could have just put a sticker on there. It doesn't have to be three-dimensional. It doesn't have to be sticking out, but there is that. So for me, this cup is done. I think it looks super cute with the with the cup wrap and then the little like band that goes around it and then the little starfish. I think it looks really cute. So now we could be done. Like you could make this as a gift, put a gift card, a coffee gift card in it for Starbucks, or even a Keurig, a K-Cup, or one of the coffee pouches. Or maybe you just buy the instant coffee, like the Folgers coffee from even the dollar store, and you could put those down inside and give this as a cute gift to maybe a coworker or a friend or something. But there's more we can do with it. And that's where I'm going to take you into the next video, because this video is getting very long. We're going to add some more to this cup. I got glue up here. We're going to add some more to this cup, and we're going to be using our Cricut to make this piece. And then we can do some stamping. We can do some different things on here. But yeah, so guys, it just takes a long time for longer videos to upload. So I'm just going to do this in parts and then I'll release them hopefully back to back. All right. Thanks guys for watching. Next part, make sure you watch it.